and I'm going to show you in this video how to manage products in Magento 2. So before I do that, before we go into the backend, I want to explain about two different types of products themselves. So as you may or may not know, Magento enables you to sell many different types of products. So digital products, maybe a software, for example, downloadable products, bundles, and just regular products. So this video is going to focus on the physical products. So if you have, for example, a water bottle or you have a t-shirt, okay? And so I'm going to explain the two different types of physical products, or the main two different types of physical products, and then we'll go in and actually show what's going on, okay? So basically there's two types of products for physical that are very popular to use, which are, one is called a simple product and one is called a configurable product. Basically, the difference between them is a simple product is a physical product that has one set of inventory. So, for example, I have this in my warehouse. I have this Affirm water bottle, and I just have a certain amount of those, right? So I don't have maybe different colors or different variations. I just have one different style. So I might have 100 of these bottles, okay? The other type is the simple and configurable product, which is I have a t-shirt style, which in this case is Dion long sleeve t-shirt, but I do have a lot of different variations in it. So even though I have the same product, I do have a green and a black and a white and medium and large and all of that stuff. So the idea between configurable products and simple products is that if you have a product that you want your user to view all of the options on one page, and every single option there's an actual inventory for it. So I know that black extra small I have 5 pieces, and black small I have 20, and black medium I have 100, and black large I have 20, and then green extra small I don't have, and green small I have 20, etc. So hope that makes sense. We'll publish an article to explain a little bit easier that idea. But in short, a simple product is a product that has one set of inventory, no real variations that differ from an inventory standpoint. And a configurable product basically are a set of many simple products. So for example, I would create right here we have 3 and then 5. So I would create 15 different types of simple products and encompass this product page. Instead of having 15 different pages, I would create it on one page, such as this URL, okay? So basically there would be simple products or 15 of black extra small, black medium, black large, black extra large, green extra small, green small, etc. And then I would encompass it in a configurable product. And so Magento 2 basically makes it pretty easy to connect the simple and the configurable all kind of in one step, different from what Magento 1 was doing, okay? Great. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any comments, I'll be happy to answer in the YouTube video. Okay. So let's start with the simple one right here. Let's show this example of a Affirm water bottle. It's a simple product. It's one product that I have a certain stock, and that's it. And so I'm going to go over it really quickly. So I have my title, I have reviews, my price, stock, SKU, some custom options. That these custom options, because they're inside a simple product, they don't change the actual inventory. So if someone selects it, option A or B, which this is just a test example, then the inventory is still a number for this, basically. Okay, great. 1 second. Okay, so basically we have the title and the quantity, and we have the main image, we have thumbnails, and we also have a video itself, which you can embed a YouTube video URL or a Vimeo, or if you do custom coding, you can do other ones. Okay, so show this. Okay, great. Here I have product tabs. I have some attributes, some values, etc. Okay, and my reviews. Okay, so let's go to actually edit this. So let's copy the URL. I'm going to go to the backend, manage catalog. Okay, great. Now this is basically a preview of all of the products themselves. You can see that I just had a filter before. You can use this filter to search by product name or price and just make it easier to find your product in case you have a lot of SKUs, a lot of products, okay? So I'm going to search for this application. And you can also, another nice thing is you can customize the preview columns, which is a great thing to do, okay? So let's edit this. Let's look at the actual detail of a product, okay? So name, SKU, price, of course. Is it taxable? Again, you may have different settings. Your images. So basically what you can do is just drag and drop or just click and just select from your computer images. So what we did basically is we uploaded a few just random images. And so what you have to do is for each image, or at least for some of the images, you have to tag and specify which of the images are the main images, the thumbnails, etc. So I'll show you really quickly. So this is our base image. So this is the main large image that is shown on a product page, right? So go here. So if I edit this, let's do this, sorry. What happened here? 1 second, let's go here, sorry about that. So if I edit this, I'll basically have a preview of my image, and I'll have the alt text for search engines, just explain what the image is. So say bottle, okay. And then I have to select for the specific role. So sometimes it might be the main image, right? So base image, I can only select one. So my base image is going to be the main image I want to show on the product page. If I select it as a swatch, then it would show something like this, right? This tiny image on the category page, on the search result page, and on the actual product page, okay? So you can have colors, you can have words, you can have, you know, whatever you want. And later on, you can also configure in the back end actual size of it, okay? The small image, which is the actual image that goes right here as thumbnails. So if you click on it, of course, it would replace the base image, but these are small images. And then also you would have your thumbnail, which would basically, excuse me, small image would go on your category page. So whenever you view an actual category, something like this, right? So this is a category page with a list of all products. And the actual thumbnail would be this small image, okay? Now, you also have an option to add a video. So let's go here. Let's close this and click on add video and just put the URL in, put the title. And if you use Vimeo, it automatically populate your title, your description, and you can change the preview image. For example, this is the preview image to something else if you would like. And YouTube as well. So in order to add a YouTube video, you actually have to go to the back end, to the system, and go to the Google, what is it, the console API or developer console, and actually get an API key so you can actually do it automatically. But it's pretty straightforward. There'll just be a link, you can add it, okay? Okay, great. So these are images, basically, pretty straightforward. Just click on it, make sure you configure which one is a base, a thumbnail, a small, and of course, if you want videos, okay? Here's your quantity. Again, it's one product that you have a certain amount of quantity for. Obviously, you can also do out of stock if you want, or, you know, 0, etc. Here you fill up the weight. Here you'd associate which categories are this specific product associated. So you can go here and type in, just start typing in information, or you can click here and just actually select, look at a list of all of your categories and select everything, okay? So let's say it would be this one, okay? So you see it added here, I can click it. If you do want to add a new category, you don't have to exit this page. You can click on new category. It would open kind of a sub window inside, and then continue to configure, and then it would refresh its page. So very nice. Description right here, you'll stay hydrated, basically is our description. And these are all these different attributes specific, right? So activity, material, color, gender, right? Activity, material, gender, okay? These are all configured from the attribute set, and you can see our other video to see how you can configure that, okay? Great. Now, these are all other attributes. Is it downloadable information? It's not a downloadable product, and we're gonna get into that in a different video. And configurations are the next step, which is if our product is like a t-shirt and they're simple and configurable products, then we can configure everything here. Okay, very simple. So we're not going to get into it right now. We'll get it right after this. Okay, so images and videos we did. A search engine optimization, your title, tag, keywords, meta description, etc. Your URL. Okay, which websites you want them to appear on. If you have multiple websites in your specific backend, you can configure that. This is fine for now. And advanced settings. These are just more things about things like special prices or sales or tier prices. So for example, if you want a customer to, if they buy, let's say, more than 10, they'll get a different price. If they buy more than 50, they'll get a different price, etc. Okay. Advanced inventory, you can specify the inventory again, but you can also specify out of stock thresholds. Let's see what else, stock availability and notifications, and if you allow back orders or not. Okay. Custom options, again, for a simple product, are options that you enable the user to select, but they won't affect the inventory itself because we only specified in this example a simple product. Okay, so box color, for example, on boxes. So let's just look at this example. So basically we created an actual option, which is a field. So a field would be something that can fill up, right? That. And if there's an add-on price, or if the price is the same, does it have another SKU, which we need to know, and is there a limit for max characters? Okay, so let's close this. And other options are drop downs and radio buttons and time and other stuff, also files. So that's basically it. Very simple. You can change the price, you know, minus, a plus, etc. So let's do this. Sample 1. Price is 5. Sample 2. Price is 10. Okay, and you can also do a percentage. All right, so let's do something like this. Save. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let's delete this. Save. Okay, so you can see sample 1 is plus $5. Sample 1 is plus 0.70. So plus $5. Now you see it changed to 12. Very, very simple. So pretty straightforward stuff. Okay. Let's see what else. Advanced inventory went through. Custom options we went through. Related products are products that you can associate related on the specific product page, right? So typically it's lower on the page, right here, related. You can try to help the user find other things that are related. The same thing goes for upsells and cross-sells. So upsells are another form of not related products, but another way to kind of show other products which you want to upsell. And cross-sells are ones that if you select a specific product, if someone added to the cart this Affirm water bottle, then on the cart page, the cross-sell products that are associated, if so, would actually appear, so you can try to, you know, increase your cart value or get people to kind of add some more products to your cart. So for example, if you look at like a supermarket, an actual physical store, typically the cross sales are things like that. In the counter, you see all the gum and the magazines and all that stuff and the chocolates. So those are kind of seen as cross sales. So once someone already shopped, they added stuff to their cart. When they go to checkout, they'll actually see some additional, you know, products to possibly buy. So you really need to think about how you set up your upsells, cross sales, and related. Okay, so next one is design. Here you can customize the actual layout of that specific product. You can set custom designs from a certain date, for example, or you can completely change it to be completely different. Typically, we could do that for something like maybe a very specific promotion that we did, or a certain holiday season or something like that. Okay. Auto settings, again, some more settings. Visibility. Do you want this product to be seen by itself or seen in conjunction with something else? Can this product be searched? Can it be visible via, you know, a product or category page, etc.? Okay. Okay, let's see what here. Gift message, simple. And then you can see here the product reviews. If someone has written a review about it, you can see, you can manage the actual product review, and that's basically it. Okay, here you can see all the information. Okay, great. Okay, 1 second. Okay, great. So now I'm going to show you the configurable product. Okay, so now, for example, for this Dion long sleeve, okay, excuse me, I'm a little bit sick here, so just pausing for a second to get a breath. So basically, the Dion again has a mix between a configurable product, which is actually this page, and 15 different simple products. Okay, so let's go to edit this, for example. Okay, so let's apply filters. Okay, so now you can see that there's 16 records, right? So 15 specific ones, which are all simple products right here. Simple, 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 simple. So XS black, XS green, XS white, S black, etc. And then the encompassing product, which is the configurable right here, okay? So again, all the same information, all the tabs and the layouts and the attributes are basically the same. All we want to do is basically go to the bottom where we have our configurations tab. And then here we'll be able to see all of the simple products that have been configured. So I'm going to show you how to create a new one. And right now I'm going to show you how to actually edit this. So here's our configurable product, which has all of our 15 configurations. What you can do is you can manually disable one, for example, or enable, right? So let's say I don't want an XS black and I don't want XS, or sorry, S black. Let's save it, for example. Let's go here. Okay, so we said we removed the black already. So if I click on black, it'll automatically not enable for the user XS and S because I disabled those. So it's an easy way to disable a specific product. Maybe it's out of stock or you're working on it, etc. Okay. So the nice thing is Magento actually enables you to switch the images when someone selects on a specific attribute and disable the non-available, either not out of stock or disabled products. Very, very nice, very simple. Okay. So what you can basically do, let's go here, is you can enable, disable, you can completely remove an association. So maybe that product is not relevant anymore. Or you can replace that product with a complete different product. So choose a different product. So what you would do is use the filters again, find the product you want to replace, just click on it. And if you click on it, you can see that that product right here, this one, completely used to be a Dion long sleeve. It completely got replaced by it. So in this case, we don't really care. So let's remove this. Okay. So basically, this is how you in a one-by-one manage them. Now, the other way to do it is you can actually edit your configurations, right? And you have, whenever you create a new product, with simple and configurables together, you have this kind of menu, this overlay page, and you have 4 major steps. So really simple. It asks you to select the common attributes that products will get associated with. So in this case, color and size, right? So color and size are the 2 that are going to be shared between this configurable product and the simples that are relevant. Okay. So in this case, it's okay because we're editing. If you need to create a new attribute, you can do everything in one page. It'll open another window, etc. Okay. So now you're going to select all of the specific values of color and size that we selected. So I have, in this case, black, green, and white, and X, all of these 5 sizes. So black, green, white, and S, XL, XS, etc., etc. Okay. Next. Now here I can associate how I want the specific, at least the first setup of how I want it to associate images, price, and stock for each one of these values. Okay, so for example, if I have 5 black XS and 5 black S and 1 green S, 1 green medium, etc. So I can either skip this and do it later, or I can kind of apply a single image that would represent all of my images for these attributes, or I can specify every one to a specific SKU. So for example, color, I can associate my image for black, green, and white, right? So when you click here, it changes to black, right? Green and white. So basically really simple. You can just upload that, work with them. Same thing goes with price, same thing goes with quantity. So I'm going to disable this for now. Go to next. Look at the summary. I can see I didn't associate an image here. There are no images associated. Here's my quantity, etc. And that's it. So once I click on it, I can generate products and then save my page. Pretty simple. Now, before we already generated them, so they're right here. If you want to replace them, you'd have to do this edit configurations. Okay, great. So that's basically the idea. So you have to create the physical representations of that product. So if you have a warehouse, you have stock, you should have 15 different physical products. So you should have a version of, black and excess, black and small, black and medium, etc. So you have to create all of those, and this is a simple wizard to do those simply. And then later on, you have to change the stock and possibly some other features, maybe the image, for example. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go back to catalog. And let's say I want to change a specific stock. So let's say the Dion XS white. So I can edit this right here. And I can just change my stock quickly. So instead of having 100, maybe I only have 23. Okay, and I can save it. And now the stock would update here, right? So that's basically it. So let's say I want to create a new product. So it's basically the same thing. Let's create a new product. You can either do it via the simple or the configurable, right? So just click here, add product. Okay, and let's call this test 1, and the price is $50. And let's just associate a simple image. Okay, and it automatically gets defined as the base. Quantity, I have, let's say 5. Do you have weight? Let's say 2 pounds. Categories. Okay, just say gear and bags. Okay, here are the specific attributes, and I would create my configurations, right? So let's say again, color and size. Go next. Black, gray, and red, for example, and XS and small only. Okay, and I can create an image to represent. I'm going to skip this for now. And generate products, and they all got generated here. So now I can kind of quickly edit my quantity. The first time you create it, it's very easy. So excess, black excess, I have 25, and this I only have 5 pieces, and 100, etc. Okay, so really simple way to do. You can also add images, and whenever you're ready, you click on save. And actually, sorry, I should have filled up some other information, but that's the idea. So you click on save and you're good to go. So that's it basically. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope I didn't run too fast. And if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer. And we'll also create an article to kind of slowly explain and show screenshots and use words and text to actually explain this a little bit better. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks.